Alright, number 16 and 17 on Algebra 2 review 4.1 to 4.3. We got the area of two geometric shapes. We got a triangle and a circle. And they say they want to solve for x. So, here we go. So you have to know the area of these things, how to find the area. Well, the area of a triangle is, let me get my pens up. The area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Okay, so let's start plugging in what we know. The area they give us is 18, so I got 18 equals 1/2 the base, which is x plus 4, times the height, which is x minus 1. Okay? Then it says to solve for x. Now, remember, I can't just set these two equal to 0 because it doesn't equal 0. Plus, you got this coefficient out here that you got to take care of. Okay? So, two things I'm going to do. One, I'm going to multiply by my denominator to get rid of it. So, multiplying by 2 cancels this out, but multiplying by 18 turns that into a 36. 36 equals x plus 4 and x minus 1. Okay. Now, if I were doing this, I would have also multiplied this out at the same time. I'm just trying to show what all's going on. So from here, let's multiply out my polynomial. So multiply your x. So that's 3 multiply your binomials. X times x is x squared. X times -1 is -x. Then do the 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times -1 is -4. Okay, and then combine terms. Now, when I combine terms, I need to go ahead and move the 36 over because it has to equal 0. Alright. So 0 equals x squared minus x. No. Minus x plus 4 is 3. 36 and 4 make 40. Yeah, -40. Okay, from here, you can solve that however you want. You want to factor it, you can. You want to set it, you do whatever you want. I'm going to factor this, though. Alright, two things that multiply to the left are x and x. Two things that multiply to the right, well, that's 40 times 1, that's 20 times 2, 8 times 5. I think 8 5 will get me back to a 3. Since they have to be different signs, we got to get back to a 3. So I'm going to do 8 and 5, and probably a positive 8 and -5. So let's try it out. X times -5 is -5x. 8 times x is 8x. Those add up to 3x. Yay! I got back to my middle term. So those are the two correct terms. So set them equal to 0. X plus 8 equals 0. So x equals -8. X minus 5 equals 0. So x equals positive 5. Now remember, these both work in the equation we built. However, they don't necessarily both work in the polygon we just built. Okay? Here's why. If I plug a -8 in for x, -8 plus 4 is -4. Can you have a distance of -4? No. These distances have to still be positive. Alright? -8 minus 1, that would make this -9. Alright, that just makes no sense. So the 8 doesn't work. The 5 does. Okay? Try the circle. The circle is actually the easier one, believe it or not. But the area of a circle. So I've got the area of a circle equals pi r squared. Which I've never had a square pi, but whatever. The area is 36 pi, so let's do 36 pi equals pi times your radius, which your radius is not just the -5, it's not just the x, it is x minus 5 squared. Okay? So let's cancel the pi's, because if I divide by pi, those go away. And if you want, you can multiply out x minus 5, move over to 36, and all that sort of stuff. But it would be easier to just square root it. So the square root of 36 is 6, so I got plus or minus 6 equals x minus 5. Move the 5 over, I've got positive 5 plus or minus 6 equals x. Pardon me. Last but not least, solve it out. 5 plus 6 is 11. 5 minus 6 is negative 1. And negative 1 might work if it weren't for the fact that you're not adding anything, you're subtracting. So negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. Yeah, that doesn't work for a negative distance. But 11 minus 5 works. So you're out of here. X equals 11. There you go.